As night falls, darkness envelopes everything, creating an atmosphere that is mysterious and sometimes frightening. The stories we are about to share are not merely fanciful dreams but real experiences of those who have lived through moments so thrilling they are hard to believe. In this video, I want to take you on a journey exploring 5 bizarre and chilling tales. These stories are not only for entertainment but also carry valuable lessons about being cautious and aware in life. One night, a group of friends and I decided to stop by a local bar to enjoy some music. The cheerful atmosphere of the evening made me forget something important, my phone. When I realized it, I checked everywhere: the table, the restroom, but it was nowhere to be found. Eventually, I had to borrow a friend's phone to call myself. After 2 rings, a strange high-pitched laughter echoed and the call was disconnected. I couldn't believe it. I had to go home filled with anxiety and searching. Upon returning home, I was surprised to find my phone right on the table where I had left it. But what bewildered me was not finding my phone but the strange voice I had heard when I called. From that moment on, I always wondered who had answered my phone. Was someone watching me? As a child, I was often the last one left behind when the school bus came to pick up the kids. One morning, while waiting for the bus, a vehicle appeared with no other children in it. The bus driver smiled and invited me in. A cold chill ran down my spine when I noticed something odd in his eyes. When I asked about my classmates, he just said he would go pick them up right away. Although I felt unsafe, I declined, and just a few minutes later, the real bus arrived. Later, when I told my parents about this incident, I noticed they were very worried. They had to call the school to confirm that no strange bus had shown up. From that day, I learned that sometimes our instincts need to be listened to. When I moved into a new apartment, I was excited about my independence. But something strange happened when I started living there. My neighbor, a middle-aged woman, exhibited bizarre behavior. Throughout the night, I heard religious music and murmuring voices coming from her house. The neighbor not only looked odd but also had a home filled with religious symbols and writings. One night, I was awakened by her shadow standing by my bed. I couldn't believe my eyes, and when I asked her about the strange noises, she simply told me I should lock my doors at night. The next day, I saw her carrying a plastic bag containing a dead dog. Her madness terrified me to my core. I decided to call the police, and they confirmed that she was mentally ill and could not be compelled to seek treatment. One night while working late, with just 15 minutes left in my shift, I heard the sound of breaking glass. I decided to check it out and discovered a large rock had been thrown through the office window. The strange part was, I was in an industrial area at 11:30 p.m., completely deserted. After reporting it to security, I hurried home. As I approached my house, I suddenly realized I hadn't locked my car door. To be sure, I checked the back seat to see if anyone was hiding. There was no one, but fear began to creep in. On my way home, I saw a stranger riding my mother's bicycle. The smile on that person truly sent chills down my spine. I ran quickly home and discovered my mother's bike was missing and one of the car doors was still open. While working the night shift at a campsite, I heard about a public phone nearby. Every night at 4:17 a.m., this phone would ring once. After a while of ignoring it, I started paying attention to this mysterious call. Finally, one night, I decided to answer the phone. When I picked it up, there was no sound at all. I tried several times over the course of a week but found no one answering. Then one night, when I picked up the phone, a hoarse voice called my name, my full name. This terrified me, and I hung up. When I checked the number, I discovered the call came from California.